Okay, middle of a Sunday. It'll be a little loud here with the kids and dog, but let's take a look back from phenomenon of man to drive the geometries and ideas that might come out of that script with looking at curve continuity and curvature graphs. And this is just in the second certification guide for Rhino for those that are having a little fun with it. And what I like to do is generate things like this. Very simple, just a vector grid here. You can see of where they go. Should be able to see those vectors. There they are. They're a little bigger. All right. So basically, I'm stretching that out as a little grid, and I'm going to treat that as kind of a mathematical frame for building some point systems. I'm going to just throw out a little equation of x squared and then by x squared, but I'm going to throw it through a different domain into the negative. That's all I did back here was just throw my domain through so I could get this curve and this curve. Not too hard to figure out. Interpolate two curves, join them, and there you go. You have two curves that you can start to look at the, and what I have to offset it is this little curve down here that if I throw in the x cubed in the minus direction, you'll see that I get something like this curve. It's not going to have the same curvature as it comes down. It's going to tighten up a little bit. So that's how we're going to analyze curvature and have a peek at that. And we're also going to do it through a surface. I did because it gets kind of crazy to kind of put a slider, a t parameter through if you're going off into infinity or at least in too high a direction. So I just put a little region intersection here, and it might help for those that like this. I'm starting to use it less and less in time, but a little region intersection will put this curve down to here. So when we reparameterize that curve, we can actually take a look at the curvature through that whole system, and we can watch that move up and down both sides and control, have some visuals. So I not only have a curvature graph on this side, I also have the curvature circle, which will set me up for some beautiful visuals. If I grab here all of it, you'll see I not only get the point, get the curvature vector, and I get the curvature curve circle. So pretty nice little system for analysis. As we go through, you can see that matches up. And I have it snapping to 0.5, and then we can kind of see how it rolls off and stays consistent at the end of both curves, this one and this one. Now, what happens is if you go in and you try to do something that's not going to have the same continuity, you'll see that it breaks under the graph here, but also I wanted to show the do-si-do kind of jumping that the radii of the circle has to call into question what's happening. So it's a nice little grid. You'll see it comes up here, and I've got a little snap on here, which isn't going to be that great. Let me take the snapping off. It's not really necessary. Okay, so now I can slide through, and you'll see that vector jump, and then it kind of does a weird little something's wrong, so obviously continuity is not there. These are ways to tell for smooth curve transition into others, but you can really make some beautiful, wonderful shapes and structures by working in equations, and the one is just keep them consistent, play around with them a lot, and what a nice form to pull out from the curvature graph. A little bit of excitement going on from Ella. The only problem is I can't pull this geometry and pop this off, so baking this curve, actually you can bake it in, which is pretty sweet. Just do all the joints, bake it in, and there you go. You're now able to, I wonder if I can bake a curve like that. Never really tried that out before. Doesn't look like I did. Oh no, we got it. And at least I thought I did. No, I'm not able to bake visualization tools, which stinks because I really wanted to have those awesome curves in there. I guess I'll have to take my curve back, and I just thought, like, what beautiful geometry to have control over, to play with, as even symmetric kind of necklace of sorts with all these details. So I'll just have to find a way to do that. Otherwise, I'll have to deal with the curvature analysis, the vectors and everything. And I guess I could script it in, but that's the problem with some of these visualization tools. You can't just, you can't grab much geometries. Oh, maybe they'll do that in Rhino further down the line. And then I did a little extrusion so you could see the difference if I was to take something like this and have a look at that as a baked surface while it's symmetrical. Okay, there we go. So pretty nice. We'll just jump in here and offset that one. And then obviously my kids are making a ton of noise. Let's go back in and take a look at one that's not got the G2 continuity. Here it is. And we'll take a look here. And then we'll bake that one. And there we go. And we'll just take through us a very simple surface analysis tool that I've been using a lot lately, which is Zebra, to see what's going on. And there you go. You've got, well, still pretty smooth transition because you're dealing with a pretty nice equation, but there's a little bit of funk that happens there, I think. Yeah, you can see that little bit of jaggedness. It's pretty cool how the Zebra is working to kind of show you those irregularities. And this one will set you up and show you kind of perfection as it goes through. So really nice. Whoever wrote the environment maps and the Zebra maps, they really knew their stuff. Anyway, fun little exercise just to play around with it. Leaves you guessing and builds a pretty nice script. So the thing I wish I could do is just play with those curvature graphs of geometry a little more. I'll have to find a way to do that. All right, that's it in a nutshell. We're actually going to jump into a section that's called total matter next, which I'm very excited about. We're going to take a look at by reason of impeachment, unimpeachable wholeness of its whole, a system, a totem, this should be a quantum. Let me fix that. I love it when AI messes things up. Yeah, quantum's the word. Quantum by energy. Oh, there's just so many areas where it's gone awry and spelled out incorrectly. Quantum. Anyway, this is not important. I just think it's kind of nice. There's another one. Quantum. Quantum. We'll get to understand these things in a very visual way, and things that always confused me in school. I think it'll be kind of nice to take a look through here and deal with the totem by its unity, the system by its plurality, and its quantum by its energy. All three of this in a boundless contour. So I'm getting a bunch of visuals conjured up into my mind, but the same thing goes. I'm going to be able to jump in here and read a little bit more about what exactly the system, the totem, and the quantum might entail to give me more visuals in my creative mind. And in the end, I should be able to make it all the way down to this section, down to the evolution of matter. We'll see what happens. But right now, I'll be stuck on for a little while total matter. And thanks very much for watching.